In the inside, no one actually believes that I do music, but I do. Yeah, I do music. Actually, I'm a music director somewhere. I love music. Angaza Kifafa has impacted my life positively. Yeah, positively, because I've been with them. I've gone through 1, 2, 3 road shows, and I've seen how they do it. I would just pray over and over again that this thing really never ends. My name is Njeri, born in Gatanga, raised in Juja, daughter to Raphael Mwangi and Alice Omboy, sister to 3. Just say Njeri Mwangi is someone who just loves life. I was diagnosed with epilepsy in 2005, but I started having my seizures back in 2003. That is when I was in Form 1. So that's when I started having my epilepsy. The first convulsion, actually I had it when I was coming out of school. And for me, it was just any other thing. It was just a convulsion. I didn't get it like it was epilepsy or something. So in 2003, I didn't even go to the hospital. And then come 2004, it was still the same. I stayed like that, and I used to have the recurrent seizures, but for me, I didn't understand what was happening until now. I was taken to the hospital in 2005, and that's when I was diagnosed with epilepsy. And that's how my life suddenly changed. It changed. I wouldn't say it changed for the better, but I would say it changed and somehow shaped me. It was difficult for those 3 years that I was in high school, and especially because no one understood me. So I kind of stayed out until when I went back to college. And when I went back to college now, I was not even really sure of what I wanted to do. So that's when I was like, okay, if this is happening to me and I'm like 19, what will happen to that child who has grown, who has had epilepsy since childhood? How has she grown? Maybe even to the age of 5, does she or he even have friends? Do they even associate with the kids? So I was like, I really need a turnover. Yeah, so I went to college and was like, so many people were suggesting so many things, and when you're growing up, you really have that one thing you want to do. For me, I really wanted to be a journalist. But before completing high school, actually when I was sitting for my exams, I had so many seizures. So it never worked for me. I remember there was this paper and it was CRE. So I just wrote my name and slept. An epileptic person, you have the aura. So I would feel it coming. And it's not because I was afraid of the test. It's because it's just there, it has come. You've taken medication, maybe at a time you've not taken them, because it depends with how you are at that moment. So yeah, so I just had to go for what my marks would allow me, and that was social work. But later in life, actually, I came to learn that and understand that there are so many things we want in life, but there's just one thing that God has for you. He has a better plan for you. I wanted to be a journalist, but social work worked for me because up to date, I never trade that for anything else. I really love it. I really love it. So I finished my course, and with problems still, because there was no one out there that I could share with and tell that I'm epileptic, and every time I have a seizure, this is what you're supposed to do. There's something that really did happen. That never worked for me. Now I was back to square zero. Where you come to church, it's a church where you've grown in. You've been going to that church for so many years. These people know your name. So you come to church at one Sunday and everyone has just forgotten your name. So there are these women, and I'm sorry to say women with vitambas, and she knows me, but now you find them in like a group talking. You just pass because you don't have anything to do with them. So I was just passing. And then one of the women just said, I'll just quote it in Swahili, "Ndole ule msichana mwenye wanguka." So it kind of got, it was an off-guard, kind of thing. I never expected that from her. Because you know my name, you've seen me grow. Like from Akatoto to where I am now, you've seen me grow. Why would you just change my name just because I've got a condition? And I was like, I've started to accept myself, and I know that this condition does not define me. But why should you just start with stereotyping me and giving me names that are not my own? So it was difficult again. I had to sit my mom down, and I told her for the next couple of years, I'm not going back to church. So I came to know about Angaza through YUTM, Youth on the Move. Because you see, working with these people, they take you from one place to another, and especially when they have to see whether you've got the skills now from out of the inside, perspective, now going out there, what can you give? Can you deliver? Have you come out of that shell? So that is how I came to know about Angaza through Youth on the Move. And for me, Angaza, I'd say it's one of the best things that have happened to me in life. Because if at all, that there was a time for me when I used to think, okay, I really want to do something for these people out there. Then here comes people with whom we are like-minded. They want to do the same to the society. They want to touch even the rural places where those people don't even know what epilepsy is. For them, if you're epileptic, you're bewitched. For them, if you're epileptic, you don't even have a life. There's nothing for you. Like, you're just there waiting to die. Yeah. But now, here comes people who have to explain to you what epilepsy is, take you through the stages, show you love, and accommodate you. That is what Angaza Kifafa does, and that is what brings out the light and the love in it. So Angaza Kifafa has impacted my life positively. Yeah, positively, because I've been with them, I've gone through 1, 2, 3 roadshows, and I've seen how they do it. I would just pray over and over again that this thing really never ends. It just continues, even when everyone, the toddler is enlightened. Yeah, it just continues. It's like you've been taught, now you have to teach another. So when we are not here, at least we'll leave a generation that will teach, will continue the lineage. And I remember there was a time, actually, we were sitting for our life skills exam, because in the same place, in the same institution, actually, you don't just learn. You have to, there's an exam that comes out of the teachings. So you write down your paper, and I was writing down my paper. Then there was a lady, I think she was in class 8, who came around, and she needed someone to talk to. So me, I was busy writing my paper. Then from behind, that's when she was asked to check from the inside and see from whom she wants to talk to. And surprisingly, she chose me. So I was like, oh wow. So there was a time I needed someone to talk to, and this lady now needs someone to talk to her. She needs someone to make her understand this positivity in everything. And that's how, that's when I had to apply my coursework, and I sat her down. We talked really good. And it was a big case because she'd ran out of home and was now living with the grandma. But through our talking, through our many schedules, she went back home. In the inside, no one actually believes that I do music, but I do. Yeah, I do music. Actually, I'm a music director somewhere. I love music, really do. And even in the church, I sing. I mean, yeah, I sing. I direct music there. I mean, the alto voice. Yes. Yeah, so my life changed from that, from not being me now to living my life, because back then I wouldn't say I was living my life. Back then I was living someone else's life, but now I live my life to the fullest.